Good morning. It's been a minute, but I'm back. Well, back as in the stream is live, but we'll see how long I can actually do this for. Let me just... Okay, so what are we working on? I'm going to give you guys a bit of an update, show you what we are working on, or have been working on, but basically we're doing this party expansion system thing still. Now, in a normal world, or in a normal situation, you know, one where I was streaming every day, I will be honest, I would have been much further along, right? But since I wasn't, I also wasn't doing as much work for the game, which is a bummer. Let me just get my coffee in a better position. It's a bummer, right? But look, whole life is currently a bummer, so. I mean, things are fine, but I have a ton of work, generally speaking, and I'm gonna need a few weeks, 2 months to figure it out, and then on top of that, you know, by the time this season is over, with all the extra work I have to do, then, you know, probably gonna get another kid, so and I have that to deal with. Okay, but anyway, so I think I did start this just now. Yes, I did. Okay, so let's get into it, right? Okay, here is the game. So if you look at this, it might seem like nothing has changed, but over here you'll notice there are quite a few changes. So we are trying, obviously, to improve the UI, and you can see it's getting somewhere. This is already, in my opinion, a better representation of what we've envisioned, right? Better than that other dumb root system thing that I had here. Well, it wasn't even a root system, it was some stupid picture. Okay, but let's see if we can get this system working, and if we can, then we can start working on just refining some of these UI elements. So currently, let's just see where we left off. I don't remember, but let's give it a play. Hey, Arkins, how's it going, man? Yeah, it is a little bit better, isn't it? I think so too. But some of it's still some of it's still temporary, right? It's not all perfect yet. But yeah, we decided to model the UI. So in Blender, so my wife's actually making the elements in Blender now, and then, you know, we can get precisely what we want. So if we want a specific look, we can achieve it now. Okay, so let's see. Okay, when you click on a character, you click here, you should be able to summon a new hero. So there's the hero. Now, I don't think these buttons are really implemented yet, so that's probably what we still have to do. Yeah, but I mean, yeah, that's the idea. So we we're gonna make it so that you don't actually have all your characters from the start. Well, that's at least the idea. Okay, there's still some problems. So one of the problems I can see is it still shows the time UI, so these things at the top here. I don't want those there. I want them to be gone. Okay, we can do send back here. Okay, that does nothing. So those two buttons need to be implemented. And then I need to get rid of those. Yeah. You've never heard of such a way? You mean the party that's not always complete? Yeah, so what we are going for is, well, we want to give you the ability to grow your party as you play the game. And I also want you to be able to replace characters if they die. Oh, okay. Okay. Well, and then eventually we want to also make it so that characters maybe have permadeath. Just so that it's a little bit more impactful when they die. Because currently they just revive eventually. But I think we're going to lean into the roguelike elements a little bit harder. So that when a character dies, they are kind of dead. You can summon new ones, but your old characters are gone. Yeah, I mean, it's not that complicated, I don't think. The mesh UI thing. It is getting a little bit weird, but essentially what my wife's doing is she's pretty good at Blender, right? She's better at Blender than other software. So when she started making the UI elements, I said to her, well, if you do it in Blender and you do the low poly style like she's doing, it's gonna suit the rest of the aesthetic of the game a little bit better, I think. Because it's gonna look like it fits, right? It's gonna look like it's meant to be there. You know, instead of just using some random elements that we got from some pack somewhere. So she's literally she's building the UI in Blender, and then she's placing like lights and things to color it a little bit or to give it a glow or whatever, and then she just renders images. Now currently the way we did that is we literally render full scale images. So each of these images are essentially the complete size of the screen, and then I can just layer them on top of one another to get the effect we wanted. And then once that works, I can just you know, slap in some visual elements and stuff for these buttons and stuff in between those layers if I want, depending on if I want them to be on top or below or whatever. It's kind of like, I feel like it's similar to the approach that you would use to make a 2D game, essentially. But I kind of like it. I think it's good. There's still some, obviously, this nonsense needs to be fixed. This is terrible. So is this. But yeah, that's a work in progress. Let's get this system working first, and then we can do fixing up the UI. Okay, so these buttons don't do anything, so let's make them do something. Okay. Oh, did this not... Was this not stave? So when you reject the character, it should hide the buttons and the character itself. And when you accept the character... Hey, this guy. How's it going, man? I missed you too, eh? I must say it was kind of shit not streaming. But, yeah, I don't know. I've been busy. Okay, otherwise, but damn. Like even today, after I stream, I still have to work. And then I have to do that again tomorrow because I have a deadline on Monday. But other than that, I'm okay. How have you been? Yeah, life gets super busy. Yes, like it. Finally not sick, eh? That took a while. Yes, we are having, so I don't know, you probably don't know, but in August, September, so this time of the year, I don't really get sick, but what does happen is our so the wind picks up a lot in South Africa, or at least this part of South Africa, and we don't get any rain during the winter, right? So everything is very dry. Like it's been dry for like 6 months, and now the wind picks up. Eventually it brings rain, right, from the tropics, but for now it's just dry as all hell and super windy. And that means there's just dust everywhere, like, and it just destroys your sinuses, your eyes, your everything. It's kind of annoying. So I'm not technically sick, but I'm always my nose is always congested and my eyes are burning and it's flipping. It's like I can't wait for it to just rain at least once so the dust can settle. Because damn, this is not fun. And then obviously if you have like an allergy to dust or anything like that, good luck. Yeah, I don't think I'm burnt out. But there was a definite possibility for that to happen if I didn't step away from streaming, I think. At the end of the day, we'll get there. Okay, so what happens when you accept a character? Now, previously, we basically did this, right? So let's just do that. Let's do add character to party, right? Now, we need to think about this, because add character to party, we just check if we can add a character to party. And I think we kind of need to take that and just maybe do that over there. Now, the reason I want to do this over here is so that you can't summon a character if you already have more than 3 characters. Now, I'm not necessarily going to keep it that way. I might change that so that you have more characters in the future. Who knows, right? We're now building a system to add characters. So we might as well be able to add 5 or 6 or 10 or whatever. Okay, but at least for now it's limited to 4. Alright, so let's see. So now the character scriptable object, so we grab that, we do a bunch of things. We basically just show the character. Okay. So let's do this. So we might need not this game object. So this is going to be, let's see. So this would be a character SO, right? I'll just call it summoned character SO. And I think kind of want to do this, and then I want to get rid of that. Oh, it's a game object that gets returned. Okay. That's not where I wanted to put that. I wanted to put it here. Like so. That's better. Okay, yeah, so we want to get the summon character SO and set it over here. So summon character click. Okay. So then what we want to do over here is essentially use that summon character scriptable object over here to be able to add the character. Okay, and add character party is now done when you click accept character clicked. And I think we can then also, once you've clicked that, hide all these things. What we should also do is maybe put a guard clause here just in case. I don't know if this is necessary. Nah, okay, wait. Let's just leave it like that. This is the most basic version, and I think it will work. But let's just make it work and see if it works before we go and start putting guard clauses here. So I'm not even completely sure what I need to guard for. Okay. So now the buttons should be working. So let's go there. There's still a lot of things we need to do, obviously, but so let's save this. Now, thanks, bro. Yeah, my UI is a little bit better than that awful green block that I had over here, hey? Why are you doing this? Yeah. Okay, so first of all, I'm just going to remove some characters so that we only have one character to start with. And that way we can actually add new ones. So let's have a go. Okay, I'm happy to see that still works. Okay, so here we go. We got our knight, and we click next, and we're like, yo, we want to summon a character here. So we summon somebody, and it's going to be random. Ooh, an owl. Now it can be like, yeah, we actually, I mean, owls are useful, but we didn't really want an owl, so let's just cancel that. Okay. So canceling that should show the... Okay, we're already stuck. Nice. Okay, so essentially what we want to do is we want to show this button again, right? Summon character button needs to be shown again because I hide it and then it never comes back. So let's just do flex. So after you reject, or even after you accept, I think we should get another opportunity to summon a character. That way you could, I guess, in theory, summon all your characters at once. If you wanted, I guess that's okay. We can have that happen. Okay, so let's try that. That was a quick enough change. I think that's going to be fine. Okay, so summon a hero. The owl again. Okay, we'll send him back. Summon somebody else. Ooh, let him join. Summon another one. Nah, we don't want the owl. Summon a gun. Oh yes. Okay. Can we get something else, like a ranger? Okay, yeah, we can. Okay, now in the future, what I'm envisioning here is to have the summon button give you an option of 3 characters, maybe. Something like that. So it's a little bit random. But since we only have 4 characters currently in the game, that doesn't make sense, really. Now, I mean, maybe we should still make it that way, and then, you know, in the future, if I have 20 characters, it's still gonna be, you know, usable. I don't have to then rebuild this whole system. Okay, but let's just see if the game actually works. So I'm just gonna add a few observation rooms here. Yeah, okay, these icons still need an update. Okay, and I need to get rid of those. Okay, that's fine. So if we start, I mean, it seems fine. This is a character. And then we became a giant. Thanks to the power of the chicken. Yeah, it's kind of good. I think this works. Eh. Yes, like it. Oh, come on, I didn't get it. Shit. Okay, nice. So we got our levels. That's pretty good. Now, if we click this button, nothing should happen. Yeah. Okay, so I wonder if I should build it in a way that already gives you 3 options. Now, it's gonna be kind of stupid for now, because obviously you only have a few characters, so, you know. But, you know, if I can do that now already, then at least I'm not gonna have to come back and fix it later. And when the time comes and we have 20 characters, you know, then we're already set. So let's do that. So this is the portal room. Okay. Okay, it's on this side. Okay, so we have this summoned character portrait thing. Okay, so essentially what we're going to need is a visual element with the portrait inside. Right, and theoretically we're going to need 3 of these. Okay, and you can make this summoned character 1, summoned character 2, and summoned character 3. Righto. And essentially what we need to do... Okay, so obviously we'll have the portrait. That's fine. Let's do... summoned character. It's okay, we'll just call it that. Drag this over there and over there, over there. That way I can quickly and easily change them. Let's see. So first of all, maybe okay. So that's one of the problems. Okay, so this thing is not having a size. Okay, so let's just give it a width of like, 180. It's fine. Okay, let's work with 1. I'll just keep these here as a reference. But we're going to work with one, and then we can just duplicate it again. Okay, but anyway, so let's say we have the summoned character over there with the portrait. So what else do we actually need? So I think we're going to need a second visual element. And we're actually going to arrange these like that, right? So it's summoned character and then visual element. Now we don't want you to grow. Just keep your size. And then in here, this is essentially going to be... what is it going to be? I think it's going to be a name. So something like a text field. And a button. Right. Okay, so let's just check this text field out. Okay. It kind of looks like garbage. Okay, so this should show the character's name. So, for instance, can we just do name? Guess. Fill a text. Let's just do, Daffy. There we go. Okay, it looks a little bit like garbage. Unity base field label. Base text field label. Let's look for Unity base text field label. Okay, now what I want to do here, you know what, first of all, can't we just get all our font to be the same? Yes, I have a feeling I have a little bit of a problem coming towards me one day with all my UI stuff. That's kind of terrible, but anyway, we'll just we'll live with it for now. Get there when we get there. Okay. Okay. So base field label. If I did this, it should get rid of those. Yes, it does, and I can make it. I can make it grow, or I can make it not grow. Okay. Okay, what is this other thing called? Label, Unity text input. So it's got a class, text field input. Okay. Now, if I make this thing have some size, it doesn't do anything. Okay, what if I just get rid of this thing entirely? There we go. Okay, now if I take this thing and I'd be like, I don't actually know if any of this makes a difference. So that's the text, that is the Unity text input. Okay, that did something. Okay, that's good. This is the size. So, okay, if I unset that, nothing happens. Okay, I kind of want the background. Okay, okay. Oh, there is no image. That's why I couldn't tilt it. Oh, makes sense. Okay, I'll just unset that. And you know what? The border with nothing. Okay, now we're in a position to do something. Okay, so got a Daffy over here. This is the placeholder text. Well, I kind of want it white. And a little bit bigger. Let's make it like 20. Okay, we got Daffy and a button. Okay, so we can also take the placeholder text and just make it center. And center like that. I think that's okay. Okay, now if I preview this, okay, that's also kind of bad. So the placeholder text is 20. This should be 20. Should be white. Should be centered as well. Okay. Did it? Wait. Did the placeholder just change? What happened here? Okay, it's back to Daffy. So if we preview, we can be like, oh, Daffy or George. Right, so you can rename him. Yeah, that's okay. What we can also do maybe is just don't know what this looks like. It looks kind of horrible. Input field background white. Yeah, let's just unset that. Okay, we can make the background yeah, I actually don't know. Try something like that, maybe. You know, give it a radius of like 1 or 2. And then what we can do is we can give it some padding. Right, let's just give it like 5 padding all around. I don't know, I'm probably doing something bad here, but okay, whatever, that's George. Or Daffy. Oh yeah, what am I doing? Why am I getting the... Yeah, but if I preview this and I click there, Tiffany. Okay, now we got Tiffany here. Okay, that's fine. Okay, let's work on the button. So this is gonna be the accept character button. Okay. So accept character button is obviously gonna say something like accept. Let or let's just say add to party. Right, something like that. Pretty good. Okay, now so we just do add to party, and what else do we need to change here? Where's my background? Okay, go button. Button. Okay, just a rectangular thing. You know what? The texture is probably bad. We need a sprite for the button. A button. Yeah, because if it's a sprite, I can change my... no, not this. Slice scale that I can change, right? To make it look better. Yeah, okay. We got to add to party button over here. Well, okay, let's think about this. Accept character or add character. Whatever, that's good enough. Maybe we try a green instead. Oof. Okay, something like that for now. I mean, yeah, it's fine. Okay, so we've got Daffy over there. Okay, that looks kind of shit, let's be honest. Daffy, we're gonna need you to tune it down a little bit. Let's see. Wait, where the hell did I change the background stuff? Was it there? Oh, so now it's just back to the... Okay. So if I change this one... Okay, so that works. So I could just get rid of it like that. Alright, so let's see if we can make this element look a little bit better. I think the first thing we need is a bit of margin. No, not margin. Padding. Yeah, let's make like... I don't know if 20 is a bit much. Seems a little bit much. Okay, so maybe we just need padding on the side. Yeah, let's put like 25 on that side. Over there some. And what we can also do is... I don't know, give it some... some kind of a background. Then we can tint it. Okay. Yeah, something like that, I guess. Is okay. I mean, I'm not thinking this is great or anything, but you know. And we can put a border. Let's see what that does. See if we make this thing much smaller. Yeah, that does actually look quite a bit better. Okay, let's keep it like that. Okay, so we're getting there. Okay, so we have these 3 of them. Okay, let's get rid of these 2. And let's duplicate this one, right? So then it's gonna look something like that. Okay, that's because the margins are big at the top and the bottom, right? Okay, let's make the margins off. Okay, yeah, this is now where you need... Oh, I'm a dummy. I should not be setting any of this stuff. Okay. Unset all. Delete. What did I just delete? Okay, just go back a couple of times. Okay. We want to unset all there, and we want to unset all there. Then we want to use our style to get them back. So first of all, you need to be arranged like so. That's better. Okay. Then we need you to have a background gradient, and then we need to get you a color, something like that, and then we need a white border with a width of 2 and a radius of 3, and then we need some padding on that side, I guess. Well, okay, wait, let's try without padding. Let's unset that, and let's just increase this to 20. Right, and we can have them all grow as well. Okay, and now what we can do is we can take this thing and add padding to the sides to squeeze them in a little bit. You know what, let's make padding all over. Don't need padding on that side, so we got a bit of padding to squeeze them in a little. Okay, then what we can do is we can remove some of the margin. Yeah, make the margin 10. Okay, so there's our 3 characters that we have to choose from. Move them over a little bit more. Okay, now the summoned character portrait. Okay, let's just think about this one. So this thing, is it growing? No, not really. It's just very big. Okay, it doesn't have to be that big. 140 would do fine. Okay, just something like that, right? We don't need to make it too crazy. Now, I can see a bit of a difference between the three. I'm not sure what that's about. This one's dark, these ones are white. What? Oh wait, they are seeing a different background through... Yeah, okay, unset that. Okay, now that's better. That's better. Okay, I kind of think that's looking good. Okay, so we've got the 3. Let's just change this to 2. Change this to 3. Okay. Now, an important thing is this summoned character texture. Right, so we kind of have 3 of them. Okay, yeah, we're gonna have 3 of them, so we need 3 portraits that we can show. Now, if we go to our scene, this portrait is being shown from here, right? So we've got our summoned character portrait thingy. Now we should duplicate these. Let's duplicate it once more. Let's delete that one. So if we have 1, 2, 3. Okay, now what's gonna make this complicated is my portrait manager. It's not really built to work this way, but I guess that's what I'm gonna do now. I guess I'm gonna make it work that way. Okay, so we kind of just have a set summoned character portrait here that we call. So the character type and a int. Portrait number, right? Yeah. Portrait number. So I guess what I can do, I can make this a list of transforms. Let's make it collections generic. So summoned character portraits. So if you just do that. A list of transforms, and then what we can do here, we can do show summoned character portrait with a S, and then we just give it the portrait number -1. Let's just do that, because the portrait number, I'm just going to be 1, 2, and 3. You know what, let's make it 0, 1, and 2. Okay, so that should work, and it kind of makes me think why I didn't do it here, but, you know, whatever. So that should be okay, so we just need to give it the portraits to show, and when I do that, it's going to go show portrait, which is this one, with the character portrait transform and the type, and it's just going to show the correct one. Okay, that's nice. So we can go in here. And essentially what we want to do is just lock this quickly and ask hot reload to recompile. And stop losing its mind. What's happening? Set summoned character portrait. Oh, it needs a number. Okay, let's just do 0. We'll fix that now. Okay, now it can recompile. Then we'll go there now with the setting of the portrait. See what we can do. Okay, these are not important. Okay, nice. So now we can take these 3 portraits, stick them in there. So these are our summoned character portraits. Okay. Now we don't always have to have these, but we have them now. Okay, that's good. Now we can summon the characters. Keep UI builder changes. Why does it keep saying that? That's kind of annoying, but I like. Okay, so in our summoned character portraits, so if we go back here, we obviously have cameras for each of these, and I kind of want it to now use that one, and you, which is number 2, you can use that one. You, number 3, I'll put to that one. Okay, that's good. And then now UI, what we have to do here. Okay, so for each of these, so that portrait is still correctly set. This one should be set to that one, right? And then number 3, you should be set to that one. Okay, good. So they're all set correctly now. Now we can go into our thingy over here. Okay, so we click summon character, right? And we want to give the player 3 options, right? Okay, so here we got summon character SO. You know what? Let's make this a list of character SOs that we've summoned. Right? Summon character SOs like so. So we get a list of those. Yeah, so here we go for I less than 3, I guess. Yeah. I plus plus. Okay, something like this. Okay. And one of the things we want to do is summoned character SOs. We just want to create a new list, right? So we create a new empty list. And we go through these. And we do summon character SOs dot add. And what do we add? We essentially want to add this, right? Boom. Okay, that means this is no longer a thing. Okay, character portrait manager, set summon character. Okay, so here we kind of want to do this over here now. So while we're going through this, might as well do it like so. Right, so we add it, then we set the portrait to the character with the with I, so 0, 1, 2. It should work. Okay, so the accept reject buttons, that's actually not a thing anymore. Yeah. Okay, so we're gonna have to change that because I think I want to just do a reject all, maybe. Should be okay. Okay, before I go there, I'm gonna take a quick break, grab myself a refill on the coffee. Why OBS? Don't understand why OBS is doing this recently. Let's see if I minimize, maximize, minimize, maximize. Now it works, okay. Well, I'll be right back. Give me a minute or two. I'm back. And get everything working again. Nice. Okay, so where are we? Okay, so there is accept reject buttons container. We kind of don't really need it anymore. Because we have now accept character buttons for each character. Yeah. You know what? Maybe we should do something like this instead. Let's make a public summon character. It's gonna be a class, I think, just to get this a little bit more clean. And I think what I want here is a character SO, right? And just call it the character SO. And then I want a button. And it's gonna be the accept button. Right, so something like that. Public. Right, and then over here, instead of that, well, first of all, let's make it summoned character. Let's make it like this. Summon characters. Right, gonna do something like this instead. So we have a summoned character, and within the summoned character, it's got a character SO and an accept button. Right. So here we want to do a summoned characters. Okay, summon characters. We want to make a new one like that. And here we actually want to do this instead. So let's think about it. Okay, so first of all, we need to get something. Okay, so let's see, what do we call this? So there's summon character 1, 2, 3, so we can work with that. Something like this. Yeah, so we can do level prep hardseed UI dot main container dot queue, and we can get a visual elements with the name. We'll do string dot format, and essentially what we want is something like this, right? So we have summoned character with a variable, and this is just going to be I+1. Right, something like that. Okay, let's just call this a visual elements. Okay, do we want to get hold of the element? I think so, because we might want to, yeah, you know what? We want to actually have the portrait here as well, right? Like this. So we might have to do public visual elements character portraits. I don't know. Do we actually need that? I don't think so, because we're not hiding the portrait necessarily. We're gonna hide everything. Yeah, no, let's not worry about that. So we'll not worry about that right now. Okay, but we get our element, right? And then when we add our characters, what we need is, well, first we need to create a character. So we do summoned character. Okay. I'll do a new What we can do here is create a constructor. So public, just something like so. And essentially what we need is a character SO. And we need a button. Right, just something like that. And then what we can do is do this dot character SO is equal to this and button as well. We just do something like so. So when we create a new summoned character, and what we need to do is give it a character SO. So that's just going to be this one. All right, that's the character SO. Okay, and then we also need to give it a button. Yeah, so maybe we could do this. We could do a button. Just accept button. Okay, so we can get that, and then we can query for a button. And that should just return the first button. And if you look at this thing, it's essentially got yeah, okay, let's just give it a name. Accept character button. Like so. Yeah, so then we create a new character, and then we can add this character to our list. What did I just do? Okay, we just add the character. What we can do is call this as summoned. A summoned character. Hey Damon, how's it going, man? Okay, so we got our summoned character. We created with our constructor. Give it the button, give it the SO, that's good. Okay, character portrait manager, set summon character portraits. Okay, so I'm assuming if we want to do it this way, we can get that. And then not dot character type, dot character SO dot character type. Something like that, and that should set the portrait for us. Okay. That seems good. Yeah, now there's obviously going to be a couple of other problems. You know what? We should get a name as well, perhaps. So what if we did public? Okay, wait, what is this thing actually? It is a text field. Yeah, okay. So we do a text field. Let's just do name. Oh my greatness, name. Now, and then I'm kind of not liking what I'm doing here now. Okay, so let's do something else. I'm just gonna copy this real quick. Call this a visual element instead. Let's just call it the element. And essentially, we're not gonna put the Q there. And then maybe we could just do in this one. I mean, we could just do element. Or, you know what, we could just take this instead and stick it straight in there, right? That's also a thing. And then we don't need the accept button thing. Something like that. Right? Okay, so then we get our elements, and you know what? Let's do a text field as well. Name. Okay, this dot name is equal to name. So, and then right here we obviously got a problem now. So we need to get element.q text field. We get our scriptable objects and then the two elements. And now they're all nice and organized in one place. Okay, I'm not sure if I actually call this name. Of course I don't. That would be too simple. Name. Okay, cool. Now, okay, so we got the text field. Now we're not using it for anything yet, but we might in the future. Okay, so let's see. Summon character clicked. Okay, so it does all that stuff. We need to set the name to something though. When we do that, we can't just get the name. We need to make it into something. Okay, let's think about that. So if we did we should be able to do this. Dot name, right? Dot text. I don't actually know. Some character dot actually, what can we do with the text field? Why does it think it's a visual element? Oh, I'm looking at the wrong thing. Yeah, we want summoned character dot name dot. Okay, that's a text field. Okay, cool. Now let's see. Text selection, measure text size. I don't know what text. This gets the text. Can I do placeholder? What do they call that thing? Okay, let's look at a text field. Placeholder text. Place. Do you have to do style? Oh, that's annoying. What the hell is that thing called now? Okay, let's open up. You know what? I think I've done this before. Okay, let's see. Add character to party UI. That's the one I'm doing now. Yes, like, where the hell did I do this? Character select menu. That seems like, okay, no. Not party overview, party selection UI. That's possible. So I have these names. Chicken, duck, robin, and owl names. Yeah. Yeah, okay, so somewhere here I probably used the names. So let's just see where. Text edition dot placeholder. Okay. Alright, okay, so I did something like this. Okay, so we need to do name dot text edition dot placeholder. And then we give it a string. This is just, let's say, placeholder for now. Yeah, we'll change it to something a little bit better. The main thing here is I wanted to give the character a name, but not have it be the same name though for an existing character. That makes sense. Yo, Alvin, how's it going, man? Hello. Okay, but let's just do that for now. Just placeholder is fine. When we do, yeah, we can get this as well. I'm actually thinking of something else now. Okay, so this is the placeholder. And then I probably check. Yeah. I check if the name.text is not equal to blank. Then I change it, right? Yeah. Okay, that makes sense. Okay, there's still probably a bunch of things broken here. Okay, yeah, so like this one. Add character to party. So this would be dependent on the button that we click, right? Okay, so this is very important now. Accept character clicked. Okay, normally we just did this, but I kinda don't want this accept character to be a thing anymore. So let's just get rid of it and let it break a little bit. Okay, so those are all the lines we need to get rid of. Okay, so accept character clicked. We kind of need this to, well, it needs to tell us which character was accepted, right? Yeah. So I kind of wanted to give me a summoned, or take a summoned character, at least. So when we click this one, we should give it something like that. And what we maybe should do is something like summoned character dot accept button dot clicked plus equal accept button clicked, right? Okay, wait, not like that. Okay, let's do one of these. Let's see if this is gonna work, right? So we want accept button accept character clicked. Right, and we want to give it this. Well, no, we want to give it the summoned character. Okay, I think that will work. Okay, so we accept the character. It's now clicked there, and we give it the summoned character. Now, when we add the character to the party, so down here, it needs a summoned character SO. So let's do a character SO. Or let's summon the character SO, and then it should be okay. Okay, so first of all, it just checks if we don't have too many characters, and we need to give it a name, so let's just give it placeholder. Well, what we can do over here, maybe, is we can check, so we can get our, okay, we don't want our summoned character SO here. Okay, so what we kind of want to do, so we can, let's get our summoned character instead. Okay, and then we can do summoned character dot character SO, and then over here we can do summoned character dot name text. Okay, now the text is probably not gonna be anything, so what we should do is we should do if summoned character dot name dot text is equal to nothing, right? And we should maybe do a string name equals, you know, nothing. Okay, well, let's make it a placeholder. Okay. And then we can do... Well, do we need to do that? We could actually do summoned character dot name dot text edition dot placeholder. Right, we can just get the placeholder name, but we can check if this is the same. Yeah, so something like that. So we set the name to the placeholder, but we check if somebody actually typed in something new, so the actual text was different, and then we give it that name instead. Okay. Okay, we just need to figure out a way to make the placeholders a little bit more interesting, but generally speaking, this should work. So then we can get our summoned character SO and do all the stuff, and I think it will work. Okay, so when we add the character to party, we need to do summoned character. Okay, so now we've updated this to accept 3, or to generate 3 possibilities for characters, and we can change the name and all that good stuff. Now, some of this might still not be working exactly the way I want, but let's see what it does at least. We won't know if we don't try. Hot reload. Yeah, you were upset about something, but it's fine. Let's just recompile, just to be sure. Okay. I kind of feel like I'm forgetting something. We are not setting the portraits, are we? Yeah, wait a minute. Okay, wait. When we click summon character, okay, this is just doing some other random stuff. Okay, wait, I do set the summon character portrait. Maybe this is... Okay, you know what? Let's just try it. I don't think I got it entirely, but let's see. Be kind of interesting to see if I did get this or not. Okay. Apparently our scale was big. Okay, so some things are not quite working here. But if I click summon hero, it should fix this. So the startup is a bit weird. But if I summon a hero, look at that. Okay. This one shouldn't work. Okay, so that was just a fluke with the 3 being the same. Okay. Yeah, that was a fluke. Okay, but this is not bad. This is a little bit better. Okay, so we can summon heroes. Now let's see if we add one. Let's call this. This is Stacy. No. It's Tiffany. Tiffany. And if we add Tiffany, only Tiffany should be added, right? Okay, it didn't add Tiffany. It added a bunch of other characters. Okay, that's interesting. Okay, but okay, so I think I know why that is. So that's got to do with the way I register the callback for this thing over here. Yeah. And that's always a thing. We need to register the callback for the buttons separately, I think. Yeah, okay. Then let's do that quickly. So it's gonna look something like this. Summon character 0. So you just get the elements. Register that specific button. Now like this. I don't actually know why this is a thing, but I've noticed this is a thing, so I think it might be something to do with the lambda function or something. I don't know. Yeah. Okay, so that's the first thing we need to do. And then, you know what, the portrait, yeah, we kind of need to hide the portraits as well. Or maybe we don't. Maybe it's not the portraits we need to hide. Yeah, it might be something else. Okay, but let's just see if it works a little bit better now. And then we'll figure out how to hide this stuff correctly. Let's go. All the coffee is gone. Okay, so if we summon a hero, okay, cool, we get our random heroes. Let's see if the... so this is gonna be George. Let's add George to the party. Right. Click. Okay. We only added one character. And it's George. Fantastic. Okay, so that worked. Now if we click here again and we summon another hero. Okay, we just got a bunch of ducks. Let's do that again. Okay, so the name should have been reset, so that's one thing we should do. We should reset the names. Let's call you Duke. Duke, come on board. Oh no, then I got two Dukes. Ah, okay. Why did it do that? Oh, wait, let's test something. I think I know what happened. I think when you summon a character multiple times... Ah, you know what it is. I think it's this. So I obviously register the click. And I registered multiple clicks. Yeah, that's a problem. Maybe I should do something like this instead. Public accept button. Can we do something like this? Accept button clicked, right? Public void. Accept button clicked, right? So we do this one. And what I can do is I can do accept button dot clicked. Okay, fine. Do that. Yeah, so when we create this thing, we do that. Now we just need to be careful of this because some characters, it could do this multiple times because we keep creating new. I wonder if we could do accept button dot clicked. Minus equal. So we remove it and then we add it. I actually don't know if there's let's see, accept button dot clicked dot add listener. Is that the only thing we can do here? You know what? Let's get rid of that. The thing is, every time I create new summoned characters, what I'm afraid of is it's going to register this callback multiple times. Now it's going to register this clicked multiple times, and then when I click it eventually, it does something bad. Okay. We can check that out now. So if we summon a hero, we send, so that's chicken. Let's see, we summon another hero, another chicken. We summon another hero, a duck. Now if I click add to pod, it's going to add 2 chickens and a duck because it registered that thing multiple times. Oh, it just adds 3 ducks. Okay, that's even worse. Okay, so it registered 3 times, essentially, is what it did. Because every single time... yeah, look at me predicting what my bad code's gonna do. Yeah, so it kept registering it, but it only remembered the last one. Unregister, the problem is this is a lambda function. How do you... Can you just unregister lambda functions that way? Maybe you can. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking, is don't use lambda. Okay, so here's how I think I'm gonna solve this. So first of all, I'm gonna go into the summoned character itself where the button is, and then I'm gonna do this instead. So we unregister the accept button, and then we register the accept button. Okay, when we click accept button, what we essentially want Okay, so we click an accept button here. Use a method that takes an int. My biggest problem, as far as I know, you can't have, like, I cannot do the following, right? So if I do accept button dot clicked, okay. As far as I know, you can't have a parameter for this method. Like if I say this thing takes an integer I, right? This doesn't work. And I don't think I can call this function with a integer. Yeah. It doesn't allow you to do that. Unless I'm missing something. Okay. Yeah, so that is a quirk of buttons, right? That's why I'm thinking about doing it like this. And then when the accept button is clicked, it's basically what we do here. So we need to do add character to party. Assign an integer to the button and create a custom event. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to let the integer. Okay. So this is what I'm going to do. Each summoned character is obviously unique, and I'm essentially, when you clicked a button here, it's going to send its characters or itself through. So essentially, what I want, I think I just want a public add character to party UI. Okay, something like this. And then I just want to do an add character to party UI. We'll just do that, and then this dot. Okay, we'll just do something like that. And what I can do now is I can do add character to party UI dot, and then I should be able to call accept character clicked, right? If I make it public, then I can do dot accept character click and just pass in this. I mean, I mean, it kind of works. We just need to give it an extra thing when we create it. Right, so now we gotta... Yeah, we're referencing this method, and I unregister and re-register every time a summoned character is created. Right, and summoned characters are obviously created every time we click the summon character button. We create a new list, and we create a new character and we add it, and then the buttons and stuff should be good. Okay, it's not going to be perfect, but I think it's going to be an improvement. So let's give it a go. Ah, okay, hot reload. Hot reload wants to do its thing. We'll let it. Really? Unity is gonna compile twice. Unless it's playing now. But I think it's just compiling twice. Oh no, it's playing. Okay, fantastic. That's great. Okay, next level. Okay, so if we summon... Okay, this is Pete. Pete the owl. You know what? Let's send them back and summon again, and send them back and summon again. Okay. So let's do Pete the chicken. So if I add... Ah, shit. Why? So it added all of them. And they all call Pete now. Okay, perfect. So every time I summoned them, it decided to keep them. So it keeps the registers and all that kind of things. Oh, yes, like it. Okay, yeah. So what is essentially happening is it's creating a character, registering the button, and then I create a new character and I register the button. Maybe that's the problem. Maybe I shouldn't be creating new characters. Maybe I should just override the data inside of the character. I think that might be my problem. I think I need to override and not just create a new one. Or what I can do is when I reject a character, I can unregister the button then. So what we can do as well is we can just do a for each summoned character. Right, we can just do one of these. No, not what the hell. There's this thing smoking. We could just do summoned character dot accept button. Minus equal. What did I call this? Ah, jeez, that's such a stupid thing. Okay, let's make it public. Right? We deregister them like that, so then we don't need to do this. So when you reject the characters, it deregisters all of the buttons of the old ones. And then obviously when I click summon again, I create new ones and I register the new ones only. I think. I'm not sure. I'm also not really... I don't think that's a good solution. But it's definitely a solution. Hey, the death myth. The dead myth is ZA. What program do I use to write and compile? I'm using Unity as the game engine, and the code is written in C#. And the code editor is Visual Studio. Okay, let's summon a hero. Let's send them back and summon him again. Let's send them back and summon him again. And let's add, what is this guy's name? Alvin. Okay, Alvin, you're getting added. Ah, thank goodness, only Alvin was added. Fantastic, okay. We're getting somewhere. Summon another hero. Let's make this one a Merlin. Add Merlin. Ah, damn it, we got Alvin again. Oh no, we got 2 Merlins. Okay, I know why. Don't freak out. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. It's because when I do this, I should also do that whenever we actually try to summon the character. Okay. Let's just call this the SC. The summoned character. There we go. Yeah, that'll work. Damn. Okay, so now we should deregister those buttons, which means they forget that they were registered. Okay, let's try one more time. And this time it better be working. Otherwise, I'm quitting forever. Okay, we summon a hero. Okay, so that okay. Let's add Tiffany, yeah? Tiffany? Get in here, Tiffany. Okay, great. Tiffany is in. Now we can summon another hero. And let's do Alvin. So theoretically, it should have deregistered. So I should just be getting one character named Alvin now. Okay. Tiffany, Subaka Cole, Alvin. Okay, everybody's here. Now let's go start the level. Okay, that looks it's like a thing. Hey Brody, how's it going, man? Good morning. Just slaying some lizards. Get slain, lizards. Ah, it's nice not working on UI for a little bit. No, I'm doing good, thank you. I'm doing well. Okay, cool. So now we can see here's all our characters. They seem to be working fine. Let's add another character. Let's summon a hero. And I don't want one of those. I want yes. You're not Tiffany though. You are Merlin. And it worked. Okay, fantastic. And let's see now if we do observation rooms, if they work the right way. So we'll put Merlin and Tiffany in those, and we'll play with Alvin. Okay, start next level. Okay, well, this is definitely Alvin. And look at that, we're getting our buffs. Okay, fantastic. So yeah, it seems like stuff is working. Okay, great. Great. Run, run, run. Why is nobody dying? Yeah, it's kind of... Okay, yeah, and the right people are getting levels. So Alvin, who was our fighting duck, got a couple of levels. Tiffany watched and Merlin watched, so they got levels as well. Perfect. Okay, let's try it this way. Let's get a blacksmith going. Why not? Start the level. Okay, nice. Oh, we'll hide in here. They'll never find me. Ah, they found me. I've noticed that the lizards get very confused when I play with the owl for some reason. Not exactly sure why. Oh, you know what? I should try. I forgot about this. But let's try setting our level duration to like a minute. So we should be able to do that, right? All of that stuff should still work. And we can also get our observation room to ×4. We should be seeing... Yeah, okay. So our level is longer and the owl is now throwing fireballs at 4 times the frequency. Very good, Mr. Owl. Yeah, okay, so, you know, the basic mechanics are still working. I didn't break any of those, which is a good thing, right? Doing so little damage. Oh damn. Okay, a 1 minute level is quite the ask, it seems. I'm running out of stamina soon. Okay, so we did a whole minute and we almost died. Okay. Okay, now if we go here and we try and summon a hero, we can see it doesn't work. Which is exactly how it should be, because we already have 4 characters, right? So that's good. Okay. So seeing as this works now, we're gonna come back and just fix up some of this UI. So first of all, I wanna... yeah, this shouldn't look like this. So this should only appear after you click Summon Hero. Right, so that's the first thing. Then what else do we need to do? So when you summon a hero, this will appear, and okay, I think the names should be reset to something like one of the standard names or the common names or something like that. I don't know how I'm gonna do that though. I'll have to see what I do with that. Okay, and this multiplier shouldn't be there either, because that's wrong. Now the multiplier should only be for the rooms that actually can multiply. Yeah, okay. Quick break, then when I come back, we're gonna fix all that stuff. Let's see this one and this one. Okay, give me 1 minute. I am back. Okay, let's soldier on, shall we? Okay, so what do we say some of our problems were? So definitely this UI looks terrible. I mean, it's fine, but I mean like the character portrait thing and everything should be hidden, and the names, I want to make them not placeholder. Actually, I should have checked something. Okay, but fine. Let's go fix that stuff. So let's make it nice. Okay, so first of all, the summoned character portrait thing, I think we can get rid of this. It's going to break a couple of things, but that's okay. So I actually don't want that thing to do any hiding. Yeah, but what we want to do is we want to make our summoned character preview, essentially, we want to hide that. Alright, so if we look at this, that would be on the portal overlay, so we got yeah, so it's basically this one. So let's call this summoned character preview. Right, so our summoned character preview, want to grab that. And we want to do a private visual element. Summoned character preview. Okay. So what we essentially want to do now. I wonder if we could. Yeah, let's try this. Everywhere that our portrait thing is. So what if we did something like that? Yo! Brody, what are you talking about? It's all ogre now. Hey? Do that, we delete that one. So this is the summoned character preview, Okay, good. And we just need to get the correct thing. Oh, no, Brody. Nah, sorry. Brody is the guy who just said something. Damon. What's ogre now? Yeah, Brody is a pretty cool guy. I think. Okay. Oh, it's all over. You reckon? Why is it all over? What happened? Okay, summon character preview. Okay, so I think this is gonna be fine. It just kinda... It should work the same way. I think so. Okay, so let's see. Every time we get a new... And we create a new one, and we should be changing the placeholder text, but yeah, we don't really. I guess it's because we don't create a new character necessarily. So, what if we... Summon your character view. Yeah, what if we initialize this list once and then we just override them? I think that is better. just generally speaking. So we'll do that. Right, so essentially I want to do this over here. Right, so we create a new summon characters list, and then we go through, we get them, and we connect, we create them, we grab the buttons, all that good stuff. Yeah, actually, that is way better. We add them to a list. Okay, so let's think then. When you click the actual summon character button, we don't want to create new ones. Right, but what we do want to do is we want to change our summon characters. So we go summon characters I, and then we do dot character SO equals this thing. Like that. Right, so we want to set our character SO. Yeah, we already got those, so that's not a problem. Yeah, we did a lot of this stuff, so I think our summoned character actually doesn't need, when you create it, I don't think it needs a character SO anymore. Yeah, I think we just create it with a button, so we just give it the reference to the button so it can work. We get a reference to the text field and the reference to the party UI. Right, we register the callback to the button once. Hey, ZA Shaw, thanks for the raid, man. Thanks for the raid. I appreciate that. Okay, so we register the callback, but we need to create the character. Well, we need to give it a character SO first. Yeah. Okay, so now this is all broken. Let's get rid of this one. I think then it should be fine. Yeah, there we go. We add it. Set some character portrait. So these two things, we don't want to do those anymore. Yeah, we want to create an ad. That's it. Welcome, everybody. It's been going pretty good, Zed. I mean, I've been super busy, so I haven't had a lot of time to stream, unfortunately. But, you know, I still make a little bit of progress here and there. I think that's good. How are you doing? Okay, so we don't want to create a new character here. Don't want to do this or this. Okay. All we want to do is we're going to go through our summoned characters, give it a new character SO. Right. Then we want to change the portrait. And we want to change our name back to placeholder. Also don't want to create a new list. There we go. I think this is... Yeah, cheers, man. What, you probably somewhere... You from the Western Hemisphere, I'm sure. So it's super late. Yeah, have a good evening. Okay. Something like that should work. So we're only creating the characters once, and then we're just kind of refreshing what they look like. I think that's better. Right? Yeah, it should be better. Okay, let's give it a play and let's just make sure everything works. Okay, and it wants to reload. Hot reload isn't doing anything today. It just reloads anyway every single time, so you know what? Whatever. Ah, my... What? What is it? It's... I mean, I'm not playing the game. How's it doing? What is happening? String binding attribute? What? Okay, a recompile did it. That was weird. Okay, let's just play again. And see what happens. Okay, no errors. That's good. That's good. Let's go next. Okay, cool. So if we click here and we summon a hero, boom. Okay, great stuff. Now, if we send them back, okay, they go away. Summon a hero again. That's new heroes. Now let's try giving one of them a name. So this can be Chuck. Chuck the chicken. And now, if I send it back now, and I summon them again, it still says Chuck. That's annoying. Why would that happen? That's the placeholder text, but I'm pretty sure I changed the placeholder text, don't I? So... Wait. Text, edition, placeholder. I set it to placeholder every time, but it... Oh, it's because I... okay, wait. So what I need to do is something like summon... I need to essentially get the name... dot text clear, or can I just set it equal to nothing? Can I just clear it? Okay, so let's see how to clear text from text field in UI Toolkit Unity. Tell me, Google. Let's see what Google thinks. Shouldn't be that bad. My text field sent a value without notify string.empty. Okay. Oh, we could just do dot value. Ah, okay. So if I do dot value, I can just do string.empty, right? And then it should display the placeholder. I think that's the issue there. Okay, but other than that, I think it was fine, so... Oh, whatever, let's just do it again. Let's just do it again, it's okay. It's okay, we'll be fine. Okay, so we summon a character. You are... Tiffany. Okay, that's not how you spell that, but anyway. Now if I'm like, you know what, I don't want Tiffany. Let's just get rid of them. Summon again, black to placeholder. You are Merlin. Let's just send them back, or whatever. Okay, cool. So that does clear them. And now we can have a Chuck over here. And if I click add to party, oh, that doesn't do anything now. Oh, very interesting. Very interesting. How did I break that button? Yeah, I can't add any of them. Oh, because I still deregister the callbacks, don't I? Aha, yes I do, and I shouldn't be doing that anymore. Yeah, because I did a better thing. Yes, I shouldn't be doing that anymore because I did this because I was dumb, and now I'm less dumb, so it shouldn't be required. So let's see. I give it a test now. Okay, next, summon hero. Oh, geez, okay, add to party. Tigani is in the party, okay, cool. And if we do this again, yeah, we can add, he should be named nothing, okay. That's interesting. Bob. Okay, so that is working. You think it's getting better, Damon? I think we are heading in the right direction, at least. I'm not entirely happy with this, but I think it's closer to... It's going at least in a better direction currently. Which is something, right? It's better than nothing. Okay, so one thing, if we don't have a name, you just add the character without a name. I don't really like that, I don't think. So yeah, I think we should try and figure out how to make them have a name, even if you don't type anything. You still think that ... Let me guess, you still think it looks terrible, or it's too confusing, or whatever. It's very possible. I mean, like I said, it's still a work in progress. So, okay, let's think about how we want to do this. So previously, in my party selection, I made this, which is not perfect, but it's something, right? We got a bunch of names for our characters. So let's see. Maybe I stick that up here. Now the idea is that I'm gonna give them a name based on the position they're gonna take. And there's a couple of other things. Maybe... I want to kind of not make this 100% random. I want to make it so that you always get 3 unique characters, right? Yeah, there's ways to do that. I'm not quite sure. It's kind of like selecting a random number between 0 and whatever. I kind of want to make it a range. Now this is probably a nice. There's probably a nice algorithm. Like if you're clever with computer science, you'd probably know a nice way to do this. But essentially, what I want is I want to grab 3 characters without grabbing the same one multiple times. I've done something like this before. It was in my character level up UI, if I'm not mistaken. Yes, it was. Let's see how I did this. So I randomized the upgrades, right? So we had 3 buttons, and essentially, let's see. Yeah, so we got a random range and we put it there, and we removed that number. I see. So I created a list of integers. Okay, yeah, we could do something like that. Yeah. So we can basically do a list of integers, right? Characters, you know. We can just make a new list, and then we can do for essentially something. Well, yeah, let's copy this. So it's going to be something like this, but we go character SOs, right? Yeah, int I equals 0. I less than character. Okay, let's see. RT members SO dot character SOs dot count. Yes, exactly like this. And we do characters dot add I. Right, so we create a list basically of numbers like so. Okay, something like that. That's what we did here. Then we go through our 3 options, and I basically get an index, which is just going to be a random 1. And that's going to be like the character number. And we remove that 1 from our characters. Yeah. When we do this, we do int character index number. Okay. And I think this is the one we need to get a random range. So it's going to be something like this. Wait a minute. Okay, so our stat number is going to be stat nums with that index. Okay, I see what I did here. So it's actually not this count, it's going to be our characters. Characters.count. No, I'm in the wrong place entirely. This one going to be characters.count. So we get a random name, like a random number from 0 to whatever, how many ever we have. Right. And then our okay, let's just make sure our stat number or our character number. Our character number is equal to characters with the character number index, right? So essentially this is going to return the same number, and then we remove that stat number index. Yeah, essentially. So what we do then is we do characters dot remove character index number. Yeah, essentially. So this will essentially make it so that I cannot grab the same character multiple times. Okay, and then we go to our summon characters I, and now we grab our character number here instead. Right, so if we think about this, okay, so we have all our characters in a list, and then we have a character index number. We just grab it from our characters. Our character number is going to be the number that we just grabbed. Okay, and then we remove from characters that number. Okay, so essentially we can't grab that character again. Yeah. Okay, makes shorter sense, and now we'll always have a random character essentially. Okay, now this placeholder text, so what I want to do there, so this was essentially, I did something like this in party selection, where depending on which character I'm trying to add, the name will be kind of like this, right? Not exactly like that. Well, yeah, we need to set the placeholder based on the party members dot count. Okay, and we also need to check which character type we have. So we kind of need to do something like this switch statement, which is, I mean, it's kind of bad. Might be better if we just put the character names inside the scriptable object, right? For the characters. Yeah, I think that's way better. Okay, let's do that instead. That's going to be a little bit of a roundabout way of going about this now, but it's okay. It'll make it better in the future, that's for sure. Okay, so in our character SO, I kind of want, you know, just a public list of string character names. Yeah. And the names are essentially going to be these ones over here. Let's do a snipping tool quickly so I can have them off to the side. Okay, and now each of our character SOs should have nothing because hot reload hasn't recompiled. Let's try that again. Okay, chickenite SO, so we have character names here. So we'll just put in 4 names. So it's Albert, Bruce, Chuck. Oh, I just thought about something. Duke. Couldn't I just... No, I couldn't. I need to do it like this. Okay, that's fine. So that's the chicken. Yeah, then we get our 4 names for the duck. So it's Ace. Right, that's a good name. Bucky. Without the E, I think. Bucky. Yeah. Charlie, apparently. And Donald. Okay. Owl. 1, 2, 3, 4. You're gonna be named Albus. Nabi. Cedric. And Dorian. There we go. There's all our owl names, and then the ranger. 1, 2, 3, 4. The ranger is Ava, Bella, Leo, and Daisy. There we go. Okay, now they all have names. That's good. So what we can do now is we don't need these. Well, add character to party. We don't need these. Yeah. Okay. So essentially what we can do is right here with the placeholder is we could just grab our character SO, right? And then we can do .character names. But we need to give it an index. And I guess that's just going to be player manager .instance get party member game objects, which is a list.count. So if you think about this, if you have one character already, it's going to give us the second element in the list, which is exactly right. That's exactly what we want, right? So that's how we get the placeholder names. I wonder if we can't just set the value instead of the placeholder. I suppose we could just set the value. Yeah, and then the character will then have a name. Oh, this was me being stupid. Okay. Yeah, we could just get the name. So we set it to a value. You can obviously change the value, but the value will be set to something from our name list. Yeah, and I think that's good. I like that. We can check if that works. So I did a couple of things. We made it so that our characters we can't get multiple of the same character. Yeah, so we generate a number of characters. And the way this works, I mean, I don't have to explain it. You guys probably know a little bit better. But I'll explain it anyway. So let's suppose... Let's grab this. This was my test place. Okay. Let's create some block here. Okay, I don't know what I'm doing now, but essentially what we're doing is something like we have three. We create a list, one with the elements 0, 1, 2, and 3, right? So that's what we do. That's what we essentially do over here. Right, we create that list. Then we get a random number between 0 and the count. So that is essentially going to be a random number for one of these. So let's say you get the number 2. Right, so that's our random number that we generated. Then we get a character number, which is using that random number as an index from characters. Right? So we use this as an index, so 0, 1, 2, and we get our number. Right? So it is essentially the index. So it doesn't make a lot of sense now, but watch this. Then we remove the character index, remove from that at that index. So we generate our character list becomes, we remove that number. So it's 0, 1, 3, right? So that's what happens. Now, if we do this again, we would generate a random number between 0, 1, and 2, right? So let's say you generate the number 2 again. So that's again our random number. Then we select the number 3 because it's now the second number. So it's a little bit different. And then we remove the number 3. So then we have 0 and 1. And now if we generate another random number, the only 2 we can get is 0 or 1 because we only have 2 elements. But that's kind of the idea. So that's how it works. So we get rid of the the number that we've already used. So that way we can't reuse it multiple times. Okay, so that should be working. It was working well with the character stats, so I'm assuming it's going to be working well for this one as well. So let's just test. Okay, we got our chicken, that's good. So if we summon a hero, look at that. We don't get any duplicates. We send them back, summon them again, Bruce, Bella, and Bucky. Send them back, summon them again, Bella, Bucky, Bruce. Right, so we kind of get the same ones over and over. Right, if we add Barnaby now, and we summon again, we should be getting, yeah, Cedric, Charlie, Chuck. So it's the next... so we can add Cedric, we can summon and add Dorian. If we click through them, Barnaby, Cedric, Dorian. There we go. Okay, and now we can do, just for the fun of it, add a bunch of observation rooms. Put them in, start the level. And now we have 3 owls, so we're getting a lot of fireballs. Okay. That's working pretty well. Now the only other thing I really want to do before this is done is have it cost something. So when you click summon a character, we need to make sure that you can afford it, right? So it needs to not be free. Right, so the first thing I think we do is we go to our UI. Okay, and here where we have summon hero, we need to make it so that that button is not just something you can click always, but a portal overlay, portal summon character, so that's our button over there. Okay. So we essentially need to add, let's add a visual element, stick it in there, and then we can add something like a label, right, and just some visual elements. One of these. Okay, we can just give the label like a coin texture thing. In the back. We'll make this look better one day, but for now, this is what it's like. It doesn't grow actually. Yeah, just put everything like that. It's gonna kind of be like this, more or less. I put everything. Yeah, I mean, whatever. We'll get to fixing this stuff later, but for now, let's just do this and, you know, make it white and bigger. Okay, so something like that. So that's just the cost for a summon of a hero. Yeah, I need to make this stuff more clear. But anyway, for now, that's what it's gonna cost us to summon a hero. So we need to get that label. Okay, so this is the summon character. Let's just call it the summon cost. Right, so we have a summon cost label, and then right here, yeah, we can make private label summon cost, and yeah, we could just grab it, right? Summon cost equals main container dot q label with the name summon cost, right? So there we got it. Okay, so we have our summon character button over here. I guess we'll have a visual element summon character button holder. And essentially we want this thing to be called that. Because we want to hide all of that stuff, right? Okay, so summon character button holder. So, yeah, no, something like that, but summon character button. So it's just a visual element. Okay. And wherever summon character is. Okay, yeah. So I actually want to just hide the button holder now instead. So summon character button holder, flex, okay, something like that. Yeah, that should work. Okay, and the cost for summoning characters, I'm not really sure what that should be. But okay, so we got our summon cost. You can also just have an integer here. Okay, let's rename this thing summon cost label. Okay, and then we have an integer, which is our summon cost. Right. And I'm not sure what this thing should be. But let's make it public at least. So I can change it to whatever I want it. And then when we initiate... Oh no. Okay, summon cost label. Okay. And then we can do summon cost label dot text equals summon cost dot toString, right? Just something like that. So we can show what the summon cost is. Right, and then what we do when we try to click, we can just check if our coin count, whoa. So if our coin manager dot instance dot coin right? Starting space-time coin count. Okay, apparently that's what I called it. Okay, space-time coin count is less than cost summon cost. So if we don't have enough, we just do a return. Return for now, and we can do debug.log. Don't have enough coins to summon heroes. Okay, and none of this stuff happens. We just return. Okay. I think that's gonna be okay. Let's see that in action. Now, what I want... okay, so our cost is over there. Let's recompile. Alright, so here we got our summon cost. Let's make it 500, right? Why not? Okay. All character stats U is. What the hell is that? Oh, UIs, just like it. Why do I even have that? I don't think I use that. Oh no, I do. I do, okay. That's when I update my character stats, yes, okay. Okay, so next level. So here we go. We've got 1,000 coins. Oh wait, so if I summon the hero, it's just gonna work. And it's not going to reduce my coins. I forgot about that part. Whoopsie daisies. Yeah, so importantly, if we have enough coins and we can do all this stuff, we need to do coin manager.instance.remove coins summon cost. There we go. Very important. So it's basically you summon the characters, you keep one. But just the act of summoning or refreshing or whatever the case might be costs coins. You don't necessarily even get the one you want, right? And that might be bad, but you know, whatever. Okay, now we should be spending money for that. You know what? While we're here, let's think about that other nonsense. These time multiplier buttons, right? So the time multiplier buttons, I kind of want them to go away because I think I didn't do that. So yeah, so when you click the button, okay, when the slot, so we want to do this when the heart seed is clicked, right? Yeah. Yes. Okay, that should work out. Okay, no problems. Okay, yeah, so essentially we want to summon a hero. Just doing that. Okay, let hero join. We have to get rid of that button, and then this one is going to be reject all heroes or something like that. So here's the heroes that we can add. So if we add Bella over here, okay, so now we got a few less coins. Now we can get the card. Okay, so let's see. So we got those buttons now. If we click back on this one, they go away. Okay, that's perfect. Because we don't want those buttons to show when we're on this room. There we go. Okay, so we can summon another hero. No, we can't because we poor. Okay, so we can start the level though. I see we got a couple of null reference exceptions. Why? Okay, I'll see now. What would be the situation there? So the player? Passive effects manager. Ranger passive. Interesting. I'm not sure why was that called. So let's see. Level prep hard seed UI reset wave timer was called, and then it says player passive effects manager. So it starts the co-routine for the ranger passive routine. Okay, that's okay. Then in the co-routine, got here and it's like, well, it didn't work. Okay, so let's say, so we go through our party member game objects, that's fine. And we check and we find a character that's actually a Robin. Hard seed room slot dot time multiplier. How exactly did it not get that? Is the character data not set correctly? I'm not sure. Okay, let's go check. So in player. Okay, so we got our ranger. What the hell is this thing doing here? Oh, it's a spawn point, okay. Character data? So it says something here. Probably we need to go to debug mode to see all of them. I'm not really sure what the thing is here. Current room. Default. Right. Let's open the character data script and just see. So our current room. Okay, so just a default room, and then we had the hard seat room slot. Was this not set? Might not have been set to anything. That could be because I didn't move her around. That's probably what happened. And it is just public, so we could just make this normal. I don't see it. Is there too many things? Yeah. Where the hell is that? Hard seat room. It's below XP for level up. And the room type. XP for level up, respawn wave. What? Oh, it's because I do the get set thing and they can't, it's not serialized. Okay. I see, okay. Yeah, and then respawn wave amount. Okay, that's fine. So our hard seat room slot is not being set. Okay, that makes sense, So let's see. Okay, here we set it to the current slot. Okay, so let's see. Change current slot. Okay, is change current slot. Okay, so it's set to a new slot. Is this being called? When we create a character, do we also create charge? Okay, so let's see. So add characters, let's just make sure. When we add a character, okay, game object character, add characters. So we add a character in our, and then we do add character to list, right? Default slot, add character. So we do, we ask the default slot to add a character. We set the character. Character current slot is set to default slot. But it's not a change current slot, so maybe we should just do change current slot. Yeah, we don't do a change current slot. change current slots, and what if we just do default slots? Right, we should be able to do that. Just put it in the default slot. And that would at least ensure that this is also called. Yeah, I should probably make a constructor for this. Probably, hey, that's probably not a bad idea. Yeah. Okay, let's just see if that little change fixes it. If I add a character and I don't do anything, do they still break? With the passive specifically. Okay, so we summon a hero, do Barnaby. We don't click on Barnaby, very important. We just kind of ignore him. Okay, so we don't get the error anymore. That's a start. Okay, that's pretty good. I like that. Okay, so everything seems to be working. Now we can still grab Barnaby over here. And if we put him in the observation room, I think he should be placed in the observation room correctly. And now if I click here and I summon another hero, I can add Cedric, right? And I can start the game and there's no errors and you should see fireballs. There we go. Or meteors. Very good. Nah, okay, I guess he didn't really kill enough stuff to level up. Okay, but cool, that kind of works. And now we can do another observation room. We can make that one go faster or something if we wanted. Split them up like that. Yeah, it's a little difficult to see. I think these icons need to stand out a little bit more. Yeah, so we put this one at 2x speed, this one 1x speed. We can't start because we don't have anybody selected. Okay, let's try again. Oh, interesting. We ran out of coins. I haven't checked that. We ran out of coins, but fireballs were still falling. Ah. So that shouldn't happen, right? When the coins run out, or our, our space-time gem stuff, our magical crystals, when you don't have any, it should stop working. Your rooms and stuff should stop working. Okay, cool. So let's put that in, because I think that's necessary. Okay, so where do we do that? So we'd have to do... Okay, where do we actually remove the coins? So we can go to the coin manager, and we can see where we remove coins. Hey, cheers this guy. Yeah, I'll be on tomorrow, so I'll see you tomorrow. Have a good rest of your day, man. Okay, so let's see. Exchangeable room, no. Hard seed room slot, so this is just when we add a room. Time skip, level prep UI. Slot time multiplier. Let's go over here. Okay, this is unlocking the slot. Now, I think it is actually in the Heartseed room slot. Cheers, man. I think it's here because we apply the room slot effect, right? Ah, you know what? It's where I call this from. So we call this from the time skip and over here. Yeah, so here's where we remove our coin. Oh. Interesting. So actually, I do check if we don't have enough money. But I could have sworn it kept going. Yeah, so we just skipped this. Okay, wait a minute. Let's try that again. I could have sworn it didn't work just now. But I did put it in. Strange, strange. Okay, so let's summon a hero. It's not the heroes I wanted. I wanted an owl. Okay, so we got an owl now. Okay, we need a couple of coins. I'm completely broke, but okay, it's fine. Then I can test it, right? We just need to get 100 coins in this round, so I can actually do something about my owl. Oh, damn. I'm not gonna get 100 coins. You gotta be kidding me. I'm not gonna be able to get a observation room. Oh, I got 100. Okay, no problem. No problem. So let's unlock the observation room. Put the owl in there. Let's put it at 4x speed. And let's make our level duration, 60 seconds. So that way we should definitely run out of money if I don't kill or collect coins. Especially at 4x speed, so if we start, we should see the number go down pretty quickly. Yep. I'm going to try to not collect too many coins. Ah, okay, very interesting. So, clearly, it still works. That means the way I check for the coins is incorrect. Okay, I mean, he still uses the coins when he can, but that's so weird. Okay. So the other way I could do this, if it's greater, since it doesn't want to work, we can just put it inside. So only if it's greater than that can we continue. Oh well, can we do it, right? If the slot is empty, we're just gonna skip it. Okay, maybe this should work, because now at least, yeah, this should be okay. Let's try this one. It feels a little bit more robust, maybe. Give it a play, and then, I hope it works, and if it does, and we're just gonna go. I think that's gonna be it for today. Since I still have a bunch of other work I have to go get to do. Okay. Telling me that if statement made it compile for this long. Okay, there we go. What happened? It just stopped? Oh, Unity, please. Don't be like this. Okay, let's play again. Okay, there we go. It's working. Now, let's give it a go. Okay, so we summon a hero. Wow, we can. Okay, you know what? We can make it work with our duck over here. So we'll get an observation room, stick him in there. We can upgrade the room a couple of times, put it at ×4 speed. Make this level last 60 seconds. Right, so he's going to be chucking bombs. That's good. Okay. So he doesn't do damage, so if I don't hit anything, it should be okay. So here comes our bombs. We can stand inside of them and just dodge. Okay, so let's see, and we should not be seeing any more bombs being thrown. Oh, you gotta be kidding me. Okay, let's do that again. Let's put a 1x speed. Oh wait, I can't change the duration for the first level, I forgot. Okay, we get 1 bomb. And we shouldn't be getting any other bombs. No, why did he send another bomb? Okay, there's something else going on here. Oh, because that's not how it works. Ugh, crying out loud, I forgot. Yeah, that's not actually how they do this. Yeah, so that would be in our character passive ability type thing. Yeah, the passive effect manager. So there's a timer over here that says, okay, so let's look at like the owl and the duck, for instance. Okay, so we have this character passive which runs, right, and it does a passive update which causes stuff to happen, right? And in our passive update, so let's look here. So this is now for the wizard. Yeah, we obviously spawn the meteor. Yeah. So actually the passive update should only occur. Yeah, you see now, this is where it gets funny because our time passed, so that's the amount of seconds, and the multiplier. Yeah, so we stop actually using the money, but time is still passing in this room, which shouldn't happen. Yeah. Okay, so what we kind of should be doing in the passive update, you know, we should check if our coin manager.instance.spacetime coin count is less than our character data dot art seed room slot dot time multiplier, right? So if we've met this, if this situation happens, we just return, right? And we do that with the wizard. We should do that with the ninja as well. He works in a very similar way. Yeah, we just don't do anything. And then the ranger, it's a little bit different. But buff attack speed, so we can call this. But we should also check if we have enough coins in the first place. We should be able to do this in the passive effect manager for the ranger though. So let's see, so for the knight passive, yeah, we get this time multiplier total. Okay, here we get an average time multiplier, etc, etc. Yield return, new wait for 5 seconds, average time multiplier if can cast. Okay, that's fine. If we can cast, let's say, and our coin manager.space instance.spacetime coin count is greater than our average time multiplier. If that's the case, then we can cast. And we should do a similar thing here. Okay, we do buff attack speed. Well, we could just kind of do that like so. Just get rid of the can cost. So we basically get our average time multiplier. We just make sure that we have enough coins to even do that. And if we don't, we don't cast it. Might want to do a time multiplier total, to be honest. Yeah, maybe we do that instead. So it's the time for all of them to work together. I think that would be the way we do it. Okay. So now all the passive abilities should be switched off if we don't have enough coins. And let's give it a go. Pretty sure that should fix this. Must say I'm not really happy about the way I fixed it, but I fixed it, so you know. Why I think I fixed it, we'll see now, I suppose. Eh? Okay, so let's just summon somebody. Yeah, we can summon an owl, observation room. 4x observation room, put the owl in there. Let's just spend some more money. So we have very little money left. Okay, 100 coins, right? We should be able to spend that. Yeah, we should be able to spend that, right? So, okay. Observation room, full blast. Okay, let's go. So let's see. Okay, so now we are not spending our coins because I'm a dumbass. Oh, for crying out loud. I know exactly what I did. Yeah, so right here where I got everything out, this should have been a less than plot time multiplier. Thank you very much for that one. Let's try again, shall we? That's pretty annoying. Okay, let's go. Okay, we'll get an observation room, that's fine. Let's unlock the hero. Barnaby, get in there. Okay, we can upgrade the room for Barnaby, multiply. Okay, we have 100 coins left. Barnaby is ready to go. He's gonna absolutely nuke everything. And yes, he's spending cash. Okay, we are using our coins so that Barnaby can launch. Okay, wait, I need to have the coins run out, so let's stop collecting coins for a minute. And it's going to be more complicated than I thought. Oh no. Ah, damn it, we just... Ah. Okay, let's do that again. Okay, but we have much fewer coins, so hopefully we can actually see the fireballs stop. Okay, that's good. So now if I kill a bunch and I get a few more coins, they continue again. Okay, now that's good. That's what we want. Now we kind of want to do this we want to test this for the characters, but I think in principle I think I did get it. So that's good. Okay, guys, I think I'm gonna call it there. Thank you so much everybody for joining me today. Yeah, it's unfortunate that I can't stream as much as I used to, but you know, a weekend stream is not that bad. So yeah, thanks for joining me, and I'll see you guys tomorrow, which is Sunday for me, so I'll stream tomorrow again, and then we'll see what the week holds. Let's just get this thing up and running, and I'll send you guys off for a raid. I think a good idea. Let's see who is online currently. Hey, imaginary villain is online. Now we can go say hello. Like so. There we go. Thank you, everybody. I'll see you guys tomorrow if you want to come join me. Cheers.